Hi guys, so at the moment we're starting to hear from Brexiteers trying to rewrite the narrative of what Brexit was about. Of course, it wasn't about immigration or refugees. This is in the light of the limits the current Home Secretary Priti Patel is placing on people arriving from Ukraine. Sorry, but Brexiteers can't get away from that reality. As said before, when you challenge those who voted for Brexit and still support it, you ask them enough questions, it comes down to not liking foreigners. So all the arguments about taking back control of laws or money or being free to do trade deals falls flat in its face. Oh yes, there are the rich who want to engage in disaster capitalism, but for the average voter, it was about immigrants and refugees. But in order to get people to vote that way, a seed needs to be planted in their mind. This is a video from 2015, almost a year before the Brexit referendum. Have a look out for the seed.
You've only got one MP at Westminster, Douglas Carswell, and he takes a different view on Britain's role with refugees. He said he would cheerfully vote for a quota of refugees.
Well, he did. He voted for the 20,000.
He's at odds with you, so it begs the question, what is UKIP's policy?
Well, I've just said to you, he said he would accept the government's proposal for 4,000 Syrian refugees each year over the course of the next 5 years. And I haven't opposed that either. What I have said, though, is if we focus on 4,000 people a year, we're forgetting a much more fundamental point.
Cheerfully vote for a quota. That's not the 20,000.
Which is
cheerfully vote for a quota.
Well,
he meant within the European context.
Oh, well, that can't be. We want to leave the European Union. Douglas wants to leave the European Union, so we can't vote for an EU quota. And we've got a referendum coming up in which I suspect migration, open borders, how we deal with these things will be the defining issue.
And there we have it, the defining issue. It was about convincing people that, other individuals, people coming from abroad, were a problem. We need to stop them. Farage and his UKIP party were talking about quotas. We need to put a quota. We need to have a limit on the numbers coming in. I'll leave a link in the description to this interview, and I do recommend watching it. He was talking also about how, and this is very interesting, how Nigel Farage responds to questions. He talks about how other people are concerned. He never really engages in his own concerns. He'll say, well, the British people are concerned about how these people are going to integrate. Hungary were concerned about taking in Syrian refugees because they're a predominantly Christian country. And these are, people are concerned about these things. And what Farage is very good at doing is separating himself from the rhetoric, saying, look, this is what people believe. It's not what I'm not saying I believe these things. I'm just saying these are concerns that people have. And what he does is he plants the seed in people's minds that we should be concerned about all these immigrants coming here. We should be concerned about all these refugees coming here. And he's very good also at mixing the two. So saying that refugees and immigrants are pretty much the same. Or when a refugee is arriving, well, they're likely to be an economic immigrant instead, economic migrant. So what I'm talking about here when I say about planting the seed is you prime the public, you plant a seed in their mind that they should be concerned about immigration. And as we've seen post-Brexit, the opposite has happened. The UK economy is suffering because it doesn't have enough foreigners to do the jobs. There's a shortage of workers in almost every sector. But Farage back in 2015 wanted people to believe that immigration was a huge problem, and we needed to stop it, we needed to control it, we needed to reduce it. And the voters came out and backed, maybe not him, but backed the concept. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.